Mr. John J. Kenny. He is the president of Red Mountain Energy Corporation. We have Mr. Delis Smeslov. He is the chairman of the board and CEO of Red Mountain Energy. We have Mr. Chief Financial Officer of Red Mountain Energy. And we have Mr. Alexander Zotov. He's a senior partner and responsible for gas and oil resources. On behalf, thank you very much for this audience. Mr. Vice President, it began in November of last year when Mr. John Kenny met coincidentally with Mr. R. Johnson in the state of St. Louis, Missouri. And at that meeting, with my help, we were able to showcase the vast opportunities that Liberia has to offer. As an investor, he was very curious and very much interested to come to Liberia to see what these investment opportunities looks like. With all curiosity in hand, he chose Liberia for the first time to visit Africa. He was here in January and he had the opportunity of being present at the inauguration, and he attended festivities of the inauguration, and he collected adequate information regarding investment opportunities in Liberia. He went back and shared it with his colleagues. Mr. Vice President, it is very interesting to know that after about 2 or 3 months of this curiosity visit, he is now here with his colleagues on an expression of interest visit to Liberia in terms of what investment opportunities that they can explore. And at this junction, on behalf of the Liberian team, Mr. Vice President, I will give you the floor to the President of Red Mountain Energy Corporation. Thank you.
Thank you, Solomon. Sir, it's a pleasure to meet you. Once again, I'm Jack Kenny, the President of Red Mountain. Red Mountain Energy is very interested in coming to your country. Our skill set is the following. We are involved in the natural gas processing business. We're involved in the oil refinery business. Together with, we're involved in the electricity generation and distribution business. As Solomon said, I had the privilege and honor to be here for the presidential inauguration in January. And based upon what I saw, not only at the inauguration, the proud people, but also the meetings I had with the various ministers of your government, I told the chairman of the board, who's based in Moscow, these 3 guys are in Moscow. So they're from Russia. Obviously their name's not Jack, right? And I'm from the States. I told my colleagues that they had to come over here and see what's happening in your country. We're very interested in 3 areas. We're interested in mining, we're interested in electricity generation, and we're also interested in real estate, specifically the tourism industry. With that being said, our partners here in Liberia have fostered many meetings this week, as well as when I was here in January, and we're narrowing our focus. We're very excited, and I think what we understand what's going on here, and we understand that based upon my colleagues from Russia. Russia, as you know, had an unstable time in the 1991 section. The country had chaos. The country had its challenges. The country, its resources went like this. It had a period of stabilization, and now it's gone like this. And it's on the back of their resources. It's the back of their oil and gas assets. The resources that your country has, in addition to the people. The people, I must say, have greeted us with open arms. It's been a tremendous and heartfelt welcome that your people have extended to us. We're interested very much in the areas that I talked about, and we thank you for the opportunity to meet with you. So thank you.
Well, let me understand, thank you for choosing Liberia as a possible investment destination. We know that we recently to the States trying to also promote Liberia and encouraging people from the United States to come and invest. I'm happy that you are here. It's not by accident though, because Liberia and the United States are always very close ties. And one of the things I realized when I went to the state was that this is really becoming the real message. A number of people consider Liberia as a failed ship, and so we are very pleased that you come to look, and we not in the best position to, we can just tell you what is available in terms of natural resources, but I know the technicians, the National Investment Commission, which they've already visited, will be able to point out to you. And the same team that we took to the state, to Atlanta, to Phoenix, Arizona, and to interest Black Americans into investment. I'm glad that we have partners from a country that has already experienced not just difficulties, but also are now doing quite a lot of good things in the oil and gas industry. And we just want to say we welcome you, and we look forward to you at least being able to identify what is it that you are interested in doing. Our government, since the first administration, we tried to lay the foundation to make Liberia that investment destination by reviewing our laws, putting into place the rule of law, trying to reconcile the country, looking at the challenges of putting together basic infrastructure, security, and all of the reform things that make the country attractive to investment. And I think the message is clear and it's taken root that the second election they speak loud and clear that the Liberians have chosen democratic path. They know that opportunities are in their resources, and the only thing we can do is to behave well and seek the help of those who have investment to come in the country. And for us as the government, we definitely are committed to ensuring that we have a stable society, a secure society. We don't have the infrastructure all in place, but of course we're working towards it. So we need all the good hands, good partners to come and work with us. So I want to thank you very much for the courtesy call and the Liberian partners who have helped to guide you along the way so that we exploit the resources of this country to the benefit of our people. There's a lot to be done here. We are happy that even during our traveling years, or even before then, that Liberian resources were not grossly used. We still have a lot in time with the biggest West African forest reserve. The tourist industry has not been touching anything. The wildlife, we have biodiversity, the Saco forest and all of these, the Cape Mountain Lake and all these are still there to be exposed and put into use. So we just want to thank you. All we do is to make sure that we create that enabling environment that will attract people like you. So we know you're in good hands, so if there's anything that we can add to this, they know what to do. We Thank you very much.
Yeah, we look forward to the first time we got a guy in the ocean on a surfboard staying at our hotel, surfing. You got some great waves here.
That's right.
You know, you got some great waves.
You know, I was started by some young Liberians.
Yeah.
I'm from a county that has no sea, so I wouldn't venture, but I'm glad to go.
Yeah, it's very nice. And once again, I want to stress, the people of Liberia have been open arms with us. This is my second time to this continent. The first time was in January. So not only to Liberia, but to the continent. And I didn't know what to expect, but it's tremendous. You guys are, you need to get your message out. I mean, everybody is terrific here. Everybody.
Thank you.
You're welcome.
And I will add that, well, I've traveled a lot of countries in Asia, in Latin America with beaches, and it's the first time I saw a small fishing village where they don't throw garbage on the beach, they just swipe the beach and they clean it. So that's a good sign
Those
too.
are some of the good habits that have been developed because I can tell you, it hasn't always been that way, but we do have institutions, organizations now that go to the beaches, try to keep them clean, and teach the people how to do that. They're valuable assets. They can be abused, but I think that awareness is in around. But I can advise you, our waves are the undercurrent of our beaches, and so you have to be a good swimmer. The time I try, I almost got drowned. I never, I just sit and watch people do it.
Yeah.
But all over, I mean, just not here, other places, other seaports that we're trying to, it's another opportunity where we're trying to make good use of our vast coastal advantage, I mean, with seaports and trying to do a road, I mean, master plan to put all the ports into use. For a small country, we're blessed.
Yes, yes, very much so. In fact, in January, when I was here, I had the opportunity to go to the Port of Monrovia and visit that. And I saw the construction going on to enhance the capability of that port.
That's due to a contract we entered into with the AMP terminals. We have the contract to improve the port, some dredging work, container facilities. We intend to do that with Buchanan, which is the second and the most important so far. Sino, the land, of course. So we just want to welcome.
I think your port's going to become very busy in the future. Very busy.
And then, Mr. Vice President, as head of the Red Mountain Investment Processing Team in Liberia, not only that we are trying to showcase them be interested in the mining sector or the tourism, but we want to also expose them to the agricultural sector, because that is one sector that that needs very, very keen attention, and we want to make sure that they get exposed to that sector as well. So we need to show that we are working towards giving them the best that Liberia has to offer.
I should know a little bit about that. So, and
Yeah, most definitely.
one very important area because, honestly speaking, I always said that what are we doing, what we might do in the oil sector, in the mining sector, whether it's gold, diamond, or the ultimate would be to set up to be a good agricultural country because we're not going to compete in producing new aircraft or submarines but we can feed the world, which is most important, because we use the resources to develop the infrastructure to produce food. After all, you can wear two suits out, oh yeah, but you have to eat everything. So that's very important.
Yeah, it's our understanding, and we know a little bit about this, but we wish that we could learn more. We understand that there was a agricultural program regarding rice. And it's our further understanding that there is land, I'll call it super rice. I'm not a rice guy, okay? So I call it super rice. There was land set aside. There was a $30 million program, to my recollection. It was partially funded by Libya. That equipment made it into the country. The seeds made it into the country, but the operational capital did not make it into the country. And if our understanding is correct, we obviously in America, we're known as the grocery store to the world. And I live right in the heartland. I live in St. Louis, Missouri, right smack dab in the middle, that has some of the best land in the world as far as agriculture. So we would certainly appreciate if you could direct us to the proper channels to understand, I'll call it the challenged super rice program, that the equipment is here, the rice is here, and land's been put aside. We just need to understand if it needs operational capital, because when I visited the Port Monrovia, I visited a warehouse that a Lebanese guy had, and there was all kind of rice bags in there. And he said that Liberians eat rice for breakfast, lunch, and dinner, and they import a lot of it. And he said a lot of it comes through his warehouse. So it seems to me, with your ground here, that somebody should get after it, as you said. So we could appreciate if your office could direct us with whom to talk to.
He wasn't quite right on the quantity of rice. We eat rice only 7 days a week. Sometimes 2 times a day. But sure, the Laban project, to a large extent, was a fiasco. I'm sure you're right. You say the equipment landed here. Seeds didn't land here, but all of the equipment here, all John Deere from the United States and so on. But the funding really shut down, so that project is on hold right now. In fact, we could say it's near cancellation. We are seeking new interests, a better interest. I mean, some have been coming and going at it, and but it's still there to be implemented, and we are looking for more serious support. We didn't have too much rice coming to the country. We were about 70% self-sufficient. We imported 30% of our rice, but today we import most of it. We don't know like the other way around.
Most of it? You report most of it?
Most of it, we're trying to downsize that. But rice is coming from all over this time. I mean, rice was mostly from the United States, U.S. power board. But now we get rice from all over. So we intend to move aggressively into that production area. But again, like you said, the options are all there. We're looking for new investors, and be serious to work with us to make that project possible.
And we would very much enjoy the opportunity to understand it further. And clearly, I'm from the U.S. As you know, the U.S. and Libya are a little strained, to say the least. Not so much Russia and Libya, but clearly the U.S. and Libya are a little strange. So, anyway, we very much enjoy that. And we also, as I indicated, the electric distribution. History tells us all that with electricity comes GDP, comes power to the people, comes higher education, longer lives, etc. And we had the opportunity to meet with the electric production facility. Thank you. I said it wrong last time. I said LCE, LEC. And so we understand there's 15 megawatts of power production from high-speed diesel generators. We have extensive experience in that area, not with high-speed diesel, but with fossil fuel plants. So we have a keen interest in that area also, because it's our understanding with just the mining companies, there's 1,000 megawatt demand just with the miners, and that does not count the people. It's my recollection, ballpark, that there was about 450 or so megawatts of production prior to the conflict, and now it's down to 15 megawatts. And on the back of a napkin with the electric company, we calculated probably the people need 800 megawatts, ballpark number. So that's 1,800 to 2,000 megawatts of need. One of our partners back in the United States, worked for a company before he came with us called Peabody Energy. Peabody is a coal company. It's the largest private coal company in the world. By private, I mean non-government owned. He was the project manager for a project that's about ready to come online in the state of Illinois. It's one plant, 1,600 megawatts. It's a $4 billion investment. It's fueled by coal. So we have extensive knowledge and experience in coal. The cost of your electricity is, excuse me, but it's outrageous, because you got to feed your generators with diesel at $5 a gallon. That's not good, but it beats no electricity. So we're going to explore electric generation.
Well, knowing the problem is the knowing part of the solution. You already know the problem.
Yeah.
Thank you.
With this said, I'd like to say thank you very much, Mr. Vice President. I think Red Mountain Energy Corporation appreciate this policy call, and they will get on trying to explore more opportunities.